Guys, and welcome back to part 3 of how to build a homemade shaving horse out of scrap wood. I figured out how to get the holes cut into the table and the bench. I just did it with a screwdriver and a razor knife. I took the razor knife and I cut around the edges real deep as I could get it. I took the screwdriver and I used it like a chisel, and I hit it with a hammer and just chiseled it out until I got it all the way through, both of them. Made sure that it measured and that they were lined up. I wasn't going to connect the table or this block. I was going to make it where I could move this block, if you recall, but it just wasn't sturdy enough. It was falling, and when I pressed forward on the dumb head, it wanted to lift up this end of the table, so it wasn't going to work out. So I went ahead and I nailed it down. This block is stationary now. I nailed it from underneath and on the top to the table. I toe-nailed the table on the sides and put one nail in the center. And I'm wishing actually I would have put these nails in the center too. And the reason for that is if you're working on a bow, typically you have your bow's back, which is the side facing away from the archer, down. And you don't want it to be getting dinged up on these screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screwdriver just like this, and I'm going to tap it and basically set the nails. Okay, well now you can see that they're set down in there. I just took the screwdriver and tapped them down. That way, I've had it happen before. I had a really nice, I think it was a vine maple, or no, it was a yew wood stave. I was making an English longbow out of Northwest Pacific yew wood that I ordered from Medicine Bow Woods, and the back of the bow got dinged up from some screws I had in here, and I ended up putting leather over it and fixing the problem, but I ended up having to back the bow with linen just to be safe, and I'm a real stickler about my back of my bows being pristine. So this one's in the middle. He's probably not going to be in the way. Not going to worry about it too much, but I put some on the sides here for toenailing. I toenailed them on the sides, that way it would be out of the way for sure. And so the way this works is this dumb head in the middle, it doesn't hinge like most of them. I'm going to have a 2x4 nailed across the bottom like a footstep, and basically you're just going to put your foot on it and push down and forwards. And the old one that I had, I didn't even have a footstep down there. I just had it just like this, but with a dumb head on the top, which is basically a block on this side and a block on this side. And I carved the old one out of a 4x4 actually. But anyway, when you push it forward like that, just that little bit of momentum locks it into place. It's unreal. Just that little bit of pushing down will lock it. And if I have to, I'll make the holes a little bigger. It's nothing at this point, but just taking the screwdriver and chiseling it out. Okay, well here's the parts for my dumb head. And as you can see, I got a line drawn right there on my toes. And I'm going to go ahead and try to cut it with this tiny little coping saw. And I'll be back. Well, it may not be the most precise cut in the world. But we'll try to knock that off with that little coping saw now, just for aesthetics. And then we're going to glue two of these guys together and then nail them together. And then we're going to glue them to the 2x4 and glue the other one to the other side. I like two on one side, one on the other, because I typically use one side more than the other. And I got a little 2x4 over there I might put on the other side, just so we got the same amount of area on both sides. So give me a second here. Okay, I've got the dumb head put together, and like I said, I'm building this out of scrap wood, so it's not the prettiest thing, but you can see the mass I created on the top there, just out of blocks. I don't even have a saw, so I've built this whole thing without a saw, okay? I've split 2x4s and used a screwdriver for a chisel. I mean, I did not have the right tools, but I've built a shaving horse, and I just used my draw knife, as you can see right there on this, and made that nice smooth area right here just to try it out. And all I did was push forward on this like that, and it locks it down. But I'm going to go ahead and put a footstool on there now, a footstep, and that's going to really help a lot. So hang on a second. Okay, well, I've cut this notch right here, into this 2x4 after I cut it off, and I'm gonna connect it right there, and the notch is just gonna seat it a little better. Okay, and she's finished. See the foot pedal down there, and then there's a bow in it, and there it is, guys. Shaving horse. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and stay tuned for more stuff. If you liked it, hit the like button, the thumbs up, and please look below the video and hit subscribe. Thumbs up and subscribe. It really means a lot when you guys do that. All right, I'm Jesse Rush with Fling God Bows, and stay tuned, those of you that are subscribed to me, because I'm getting a yew wood stave and a vine maple stave next week, and I will be doing build-alongs for a yew wood flat bow and a vine maple flat bow. And I'm also going to be doing some arrows. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace. There it is, the shaving horse. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Take it easy.